Hello. This already. We ready for a second day? I'm just getting in here. Definitely Zoom into Facebook group is a little bit different than it used to be. So let's just make sure I'm in here. I don't see it. I don't see it. Oh, here we go. So let's just make sure I'm in here. I don't see it. I don't see it. Oh, here we go. So let's just make sure I'm in here. Okay. So who's with me today? Say hello now that I see that I'm in. Did you do your homework from yesterday? Remember that everything is about doing the work afterwards, right? It's great to listen to this, but it's really important to do the homework because that's where you're growing. That's where you are changing. I look like I'm sweating. Anyway, so anyway, I'm excited. We'll give this just a couple of minutes and see who's popping in, and can't wait to hear what's been going on. Just going into the group now. 2 views. Say hello, please. Let me know where you are, if you saw yesterday. I'm just making sure who's in there, and I haven't been in the chat either. Let's go. Anyway, super exciting, right? Super exciting. So I can't see your any of your questions or anything in the chat here. So if I'm looking down, it's because I'm looking to see if there's anyone making any questions, or day 1. I didn't put day 2 on this one, did I? I'll go back in and change that. All right. So are you excited for today? I hope so, because every day is a shift. And I want to share the big thing today about the energy of abundance. This is your point of attraction. This is the, if you're, I'm going to talk about business because that's obviously where, and it's not just business though, right? Remember, our attraction is not just work and business, it's life. They meld together, right? If you have a business or go to a job and you're not happy, you're bringing that energy into the home life. So it is a combo. It is your, I'm going to talk about, being an entrepreneur, having a business, or looking for clients, like if you're a sales consultant or whatever, it all is the same. So it's your job, it's your business, it's who you are, right? And that is the point of attraction, because we spend a lot of times there, right? That's where I spend a lot of time. So we need to make sure that we're really understanding our attraction is in work, how we feel, how we have a beautiful day, and then how we go home, right? I don't know. I remember many times where I'm trying to, I've changed my office. I don't like having a blank wall. I'm still getting things organized. I don't like just to buy things. I want to find the right piece, but I definitely need something, don't I? I need something in here, and I've seen a few things, but anyway, it'll come. Anyway, so we are our attraction. Our energy is the attraction to things coming in us. Like, I want you to, I'm going to give you guys a little test, and I have some notes here. So again, welcome everybody. I'm Yvonne Purvis. I'm a transformation coach, and I talk, it's about rewriting your story. Once we hit 40s and especially in our 50s, we look back and we can see how much there was a lot of focus on our family and focus on everywhere else in our area. A lot of times It happens, especially if you're married and kids. Yeah, forget about yourself. And I want you to know that anytime we get this time to rewrite our story, rewrite what, like last year, was it a challenging year? Was it a good year? The year before that, was it a challenging year? I think since COVID, life was like, it was up and down for everyone. And I've spoken to so many friends that literally over Christmas were not entertaining after Christmas and taking time to sleep. Lots of people having like 2-hour naps. That was me. Like, just big year, right? Energy. We need to fill our cup. So, so important to fill our cup. Anyway, so it's about rewriting your story, because when we get control of what we're thinking about, a lot of times you don't even know what's going through your head. We get to change it. We get to say, no, that's no longer serving me anymore. I want to change that belief. I want to change that thought. So we're going to really dive into this, right? And it's the embodiment of the energy of abundance that will shift the perspective. And I'm so excited to help you on this, okay? I mean, this has been a really big one for me because of my story, right? Because of being with somebody for 20 years who was so in and out with his energy of abundance, right? Always in a bit of a lack. He was in real estate for a while there too. Like there was just a lot of patterns in him, and those patterns over time obviously started to impact me, right? Because you're with this person. So I wanted to say, before we begin today, I want to take a breath, because I'm feeling my energy is really high at the moment, and I want to come back down. And I want you to know that you can do these exercises always, anytime. And I want you to just put your hand on your heart, and I want to take a deep breath, right? And release. Again. I feel so much better just doing that for a few minutes. Just calming, my energy gets a bit high, and it just kind of brings me back down to center. Because that's not vibration. We're not talking about that high up energy, because we are human beings. Remember, we have sad moments, but we can have a sad moment, but I'm still a happy person, right? And when we, check in with our breath, it's the energy of alignment. And today, we're going to explore how, when we can tap into this, it is effortless. Yeah. So I try to have 15 minutes when I get up before every day. I do 15 minutes, close my eyes, meditation. I sometimes listen to things, just music. It's really just to breathe. It's just to wake up. And when you're in that still not 100% awake, it's a really great place to do that. Okay. So what is energy of abundance? So, like, most people look at abundance as money, right? As things like, oh, I'm abundant because I have this, I have that. But it isn't limited to only money. It's all around us. It's love. It's opportunities. It's health, time, nature. And when we think about all those things, see how there's abundance everywhere? The trees, the water, like going down to the ocean. We live in a beautiful place here in the Sunshine Coast. We're very fortunate. Like when I go down to the beach with my dog, the abundance, right? The abundance of water, money, health, wealth, that's all energy. And I want you to know that we are energy beings. So everything around us is energy. Money is energy. This is a really understanding how this works. Might take some time for you. You might not quite understand how this works through the 10 days. And now we're on day 9. But if it was possible to think, just try to think. Imagine it was started like everything else has been started by the universe, God, with a thought, right? We're creators. With one thought, there was money that was used to used for an exchange, a service of exchange. All right, we'll get into that one later, but it's all around us, abundance. You know, the air, how lucky are we to have air, right? Free air. And let me tell you, we live in and we are very fortunate in Australia that our air is so clean. Other parts of the world is not. So we are really abundant. Yeah, like so abundant. I just got goosebumps how lucky we are. And same with our water. We can drink from the tap. Many countries, you will not do that. They have filtration systems. I mean, we still have really good water. In Canada, you really taste the chlorine. Not good water, right? What else? Like there's no shortage. So I want to talk about like abundance and a lack, right? So we always get to see both in life. It's like we can have a sharp knife or a dull knife. We can have a quiet dog or a barking dog. And so we can have sad moments and happy moments. So we're always going to have the polarity, right? The opposite, the contrast. And California is seeing the contrast, right? It's a contrast right now where they're in. And in contrast is the other side of contrast is abundance and prosperity and better, okay? And just know that that is the creation of the world, right? And they will rebuild. It will be better than ever. It will be so beautiful. I can see it. I just got goosebumps. Like I have my heart is in LA. I really want to have my living there part-time of the year, right? And it will be back. So I want you to understand that the energy is both great. Like we want to stay in a great energy. We don't want to see the lack side. It's the human side. When things start going a bit pear-shaped, we go and feel this lack, or, oh, how am I going to do this? Or what's this? How am I going to get through that? And when we take a breath, when we take breaths, it lowers our nervous system and we get out of that reaction, right? We start to feel better. We can react in a calm way and a loving way, not an angry or stressed or anxiety, right? And this is really important, where that breath is like the peace to ground you. All right. So when we, and here's another great one, the sun, right? We get the sunshine and then we get rain, or we get snow, or there's storms. There's another contrast of abundance. So I'm waking you up to understand that abundance is around us every day. It is a choice to see it. It is a choice to be it. It is a choice to acknowledge it and be grateful. And when you start really, like today, after this call, you're going to see more abundance because I'm making you think about it. And there is plenty of abundance. There is no competition in this world. Like I know when I started my business and I've had coaches say, like, who are your competitors? I said, no one. No one's me. This is the thing. Like we are ourselves. And in business, you've got to be you, your authentic version of you. People will be attracted to you. Even when you think about, I'm a little bit off topic again with the abundance, but here's the contrast of, how many women or men are, when they get divorced, they're so urgent to find another partner, needy, right? Rather than being so in love with yourself and feeling that abundance and whole and worthiness and confidence, and you won't settle. That is a beautiful energy, and when the partner will come in, right? So flowers bloom. I'm giving you some examples here. I had to make some notes to make sure I hit on all these points, because there's a lot to cover in this abundance today. Ocean waves, right? Coming up. That's so abundant. Like the waves yesterday, it's calm, and then there's waves coming in. It's beautiful. So beautiful. And if you can change one word that you say, what would that be? Oh, how fun. Or isn't that beautiful? Like you can change so easily in the abundant way to have more abundance come into you, to be, having clients roll in effortlessly, your business growing, money coming in. If you're in sales, the sales coming in. If you're in real estate, selling properties, because that's the energy of abundance. Listening to people, being kind, right? How can you be listening when you're hyper and you're like stressed and anxious, right? There's an energy around that. So I want you to come back to love. Love is the healing. Love is everything. And when we love ourselves more than anything else, that's where everything comes in. Okay. That is the abundance. It's around us every day. So the power of your perspective shifts, right? So this is the scarcity versus abundance thinking. Oh my gosh, my money's running out. Looking at your bank account, thinking, there's a lot of bills going out. My girlfriend, I remember her saying, oh, I've had to pay this for that house and this and this. So she's only thinking of that the money's going out, but it will come back up. It always refills. Bank accounts always refill, because when you know it's a spiritual idea, opportunities will come in. Opportunities will show up to have another source of income or another opportunity. Sometimes the money that you're looking for comes from another way that you don't even know, but it's being open to receiving that. And so when we're in a feeling of not enough, right? You're basically saying, oh, I don't need abundance. And I want you to know there's always more. The energy you focus on is what is the point of attraction. So if you're thinking about you don't have enough, that is what you're getting. None, no sales, no money, no clients. You're not abundant. Thinking it's all working out. And sometimes, what I feel, and I've coached clients on with this, is to if you can't really shift that perspective and that energy, come from a place of, I would love this to happen. I give it a little faith, just a wish. I really feel and have some hope. Like hope is like the first thing we can do when we really don't know if it's possible. Hope is a really good place to be. So that's an openness. It's an openness to opportunities and flow in our life, right? And the energy will come in from that. Don't always think you're missing something. Oh, you need to do this, or you need to do that. I want you to stay. This today is really about focusing on yourself, on your abundance. And if you feel abundant in all areas of your life, because be honest, I didn't feel abundant in all areas of my life prior to getting into studying this work, right? Hence why rewriting your story, yes, it's about making big changes, but it's also getting real with you. Everything is within us. I had such an unworthiness and a lack in myself. And yes, I walked away from a marriage of lack, limitations, because he controlled all the money. I was cut off from making and having a business. I lost myself through that journey. I had to regroup and rethink, because I was in a mindset of his, from him changing the way I thought, right? It's like pretty hard to control that when you're with somebody. So this work that I've done in my own personal life is exactly why I know what we have to do in the mindset of abundance. And even sitting with nothing, I didn't have anything. I had to realize that I was abundant, that I am abundance, and filling my cup and working on my inner self and my inner beliefs. And today, you might not be needing all of that, but we still need to check in with ourselves, because this is an ongoing thing. It's not something you can just do for a bit. We forget. We feel like we take things for granted, right? You have a job, you take it for granted. You might complain about it and you're taking it for granted. You're not even saying, thank you so much that I have a job and I have money coming in. So perspective is really important, and understanding the gratitude and the self-love to have more abundance, to be the attraction of that. Okay. Because if you keep thinking you're missing something, guess what you're going to do? God is universe. It's friendly. It's a friendly universe, but it's not going to give you any more because you think it's not enough. Because you're saying, I'm broke. So he goes, okay, you're broke. Thoughts are so important. Thoughts are so important. Okay. So I give you an exercise right now to do. Okay. Remember, I said homework's always on the day. And your homework today, I want you to write down 3 things that you feel abundant right now. It's an easy one, right? Write it down. I have water. Zoom to be able to talk to you, or Facebook, right? Be able to connect to people all over the world. How beautiful. Air conditioning. Lights. My beautiful plant. If you start writing, even this is what I had to do when I was first coming back. I had to write down all the time things I'm grateful for. Had to see it. Didn't see it, so I wrote it down. But I'm so grateful every day for my health and fitness. I am so grateful that my fridge is full with food. Okay. What else? A warm bed, right? Who doesn't have a beautiful bed? I love my bed, right? And a pillow. I mean, it's just like the best thing. I love sleeping, and like, it's just like time goes so fast in bed, right? You don't even realize that it's been 8 hours or 7 hours. You're like, that's all right. Time's another thing to talk about, because there's no time. Time is just an illusion. Okay, so everywhere I want you to do, there's your first job, homework to do, is to write down what you're abundant for. Okay, now. And then how to see it every day, right? The gratitude is the bridge to incidents. The gratitude is the bridge to the success, the bridge to the money flowing in, the bridge to the relationships, the bridge to not to happiness, your happiness now, but it's the bridge to whatever you desire. So I made this a very general 10-day challenge, because you might have come in here to lose weight, right? It might be weight loss, because I still have, a lot of you have come to me or in my email list from wanting to have, better health. So it can still be about better health. I don't like that word, weight loss. Don't take it out. Don't use that word anymore. It's not a good word in abundance. It's a lack mentality. It's probably why I couldn't do it anymore. It's so it didn't feel good. I want you to love yourself. Look in that mirror. Everything is mirrored back at us. How you feel, you cannot fake how you feel. You can't just keep telling yourself, I'm beautiful, I'm beautiful, I'm beautiful. And you look in the mirror and you go, I'm fat, I'm luggy. Like your inner, that is oh my gosh, I've lost the terminology. It is the vibration. It's not the vibration. It's the inner, I'll come with the word because we're talking so much about abundance. I've forgotten the word, but it's your underlining feeling, thought that is vibrating. Okay. So you cannot fake this anymore. I want you to see yourself for who you are and love yourself for who you are right now. And by doing this, you're going to start to shift. Remember, it's a journey. Got to celebrate small wins. It's all the small wins to losing and having the healthy body. It's all the small wins to having a very, very multi six-figure business. It's all the small wins of having the beautiful relationships that just keep growing and having a circle of beautiful friends that you can count on, right? It's all the small things, having the relationship with your husband, having the relationship with your children, your parents. We have forgotten. It's always, you see so many people achieving huge goals, right? All these things in life. You've got to know that it's from the small steps of doing this work that gives you the abundance and helps you reach all those beautiful goals that you're achieving. So gratitude is the shift, right? Be really grateful. You have a job that you're not liking. I am so grateful for this job. That's it. Be really grateful. But you can say, I'm really grateful for this job, but I am open to receiving another job that I'd really love. And then you just got to be unattached to that ask, right? No attachment. Let it go, ask, and it shall be given. But then you've got to keep the vibration. You can't just ask and then start worrying, I hate this job, and no. That is not going to work. That's why you can't change your life like that. All right. As soon as you go back into the old self, that means the identity hasn't shifted. That's down the track. All right. So today, gratitude. Ground yourself with gratitude. Okay. It's everywhere. I walk around and I am so grateful. I say, oh, look at all the gratitude around me, abundance around me every day. I say these things to stay in a vibrant energy, right? In the energy of abundance. It's also very similar to wealth consciousness, right? Because wealth is abundance as well. But it comes from gratitude and being aware of it and so thankful for everything we have. Full stop. Have to be grateful for everything we have. There was a point of my life coming out of my divorce where I only had $700 in my bank account. And I had to, this is where the real work came for me. Like knowing that, and I was like, but I am so happy. I felt so good about myself. I cherished that $700. I was so grateful. I was so grateful. I was in joy, and I knew that it would all work out, and it did. And I saw I had to really be at peace with it, knowing, right, feeling it and being happy and still seeing that not $700, but I know more's coming. But I'm grateful for that $700. Okay, so you can use that in anything in life. And I want to share that with you because my journey was not easy. My journey, the last 10 years of my marriage and getting out and finding where I am today, not easy at all. I didn't share all that stuff. Now people share all that stuff on Facebook, but it wasn't. It's not who I am. I didn't want. It's not. I'm just, I just couldn't do that. I didn't share some of that stuff. So sometimes people don't know what I've been through because I didn't share it. But my book will share it. Okay. So practical tools to anchor abundance energy. Daily affirmations. So the I am is the connection with God. The I am to source, universe. That is who you're speaking to. You're speaking as you, right? I am powerful. I am abundance. I am prosperous. I am love. I am worthy. I am confident. I'm a kick-ass woman. Okay. I say affirmations, they work, but you got to feel it. You can't make it a task. You can't go, oh, I'm going to do a list. I had many clients that have taken them on as a list. I used to do a list. There's no feeling in it. Then it's just the masculine energy of the doing. It's not what we're doing here. This is all about feeling, the feeling of abundance, the feeling of what you are doing, staying in the feminine energy so that we're not in the masculine energy, feeling burnt out and not enough, that we have to do more. Okay, there's a real shift in this. And I implemented all this last year because I've had the hustle. I had coaches, hustle, male energy. And then I finally got a coach 2 years ago that resonated with me in that energy of feminine energy, okay, which is the effortless way, which is more spiritually connected. So I want you to really create some new abundance. Like, who are you? I am. And you should have 5 to 10 of those. Say them in the mirror in the morning. I am confident. I'm sexy. I am health. You know, your top employee. I am the best employee at my business or my company. Like, you get to be, this is where we are creating who we want to be. So sometimes when you're using your I am, it's saying, yes, this is me. It is coming. I am her, and everything is coming, right? So you got to understand that that's what we're building into. We're not staying where we are. We want to grow. We want to have more abundance. We want to have a better job. We want to have more money coming in. So I am wealthy. I am prosperous, because you can see it, right? You can feel that energy. Can you feel that energy from me? Rather than saying, I'm prosperous, I'm abundance, I feel happy, I feel love, I feel joy. And then you go, move on. Feel it. And have no distractions. Like, really be in your energy, looking in the mirror. I do it first thing in the morning. Sometimes I do it when I'm dressed and before I leave the bedroom, looking at myself. And you're ready. You're going to rock today. You are being your best self, your divine self. And you watch, things will start to shift. Okay. And surround it, like, really celebrate those little wins, something that happens. Be more open to seeing them. Somebody opens a door for you. Somebody buys a coffee for you. Get a parking spot. I always get parking spots, and I always say, thank you so much. Thank you so much, universe. But I always know, right? That's certainty. And certainty is where everything shifts. That's where everything comes to you a lot faster. But we'll get there. So, any questions? If you have any questions, pop them in the comments below. I'm not seeing anybody there. Got some viewers. You haven't said hello. You know, when we're watching things, sometimes we want to not say hello, but you want to say hello because it's showing that you actually are participating. Doesn't mean you have to do anything else, but it's also saying, okay, I want to be seen. Because basically you're saying, I don't want to be seen, I'm not open to this, and you're sitting in the back, right? But if you want to change, you need to come out to the front. We need to show up, even when we're not feeling like showing up. It'll help others show up. So always know that our actions are not sometimes even just about you. It's about how we can help others say hello that might be not shy like you, or not feeling comfortable to say hello. Okay. And that's why I've done it in the Facebook group, because on Zoom calls, a lot of people don't put their cameras on, and it's like, well, let's come into the Facebook group. Okay. So I'm excited that we're in here. Okay. So remember, all right, so here's the challenge for you to walk away with today. You know, I challenge you to spot to spot and write down 10 examples of abundance in your life. Can be anything. Small, like I said, from a stranger, because now that you're doing this work, you're going to be open to receiving abundance. Stranger smiling at you. Beautiful flowers that you see. So I said, my flowers, my plant. So it's all these things that we go in this world without even seeing. We're used to seeing them. Walking into a beautiful restaurant. Like, don't you just love that? The ambience, they put so much time and energy into making you feel good when you walk in. Like, I love that. Going to the spa. Right? That's so much abundance in there. Ooh, right? You feel good. They want to make you feel good. You feel loved. You feel special. Somebody letting you in driving, you know, when you're wanting to get over and they let you in, oh, thank you so much. So see it everywhere. See it everywhere and write down 10 things minimum, okay, that happened to you in the next 24 hours before tomorrow. And I want you to pop that into the comments in the Facebook group, okay? Tag me. Let's inspire each other with abundance, because we have to notice it, yeah? Yes, I can feel it. Because abundance is everywhere. And, you know, another thing that can help with some of your wanting more abundance into your life is to visually see it. So how does that mean? That means like you close your eyes, right? And we always want, when we're visualizing, we want to be in an open energy. So you don't want your legs crossed. You want your hands down and open, not down this way. It's like a closed energy, right? Your arms are open. I put them on my knees and I usually sit down or lie down. Okay. And that's where you can sit down. And sometimes at the end of the day, great thing to do, middle of the day, if you work from home or whatever, getting away from kids, go sit on the lounge, put your feet up. You don't have to put your feet up, but I like putting my feet up sometimes. And I want you to sit there and it takes no time. And put something on if you can't, get some earbuds, you know, put a bit of music on that relaxes you, because remember, it's energy. You want to feel in a really beautiful space when we're going to do a little visualization. And I want you to visualize what you would love for the end of 2025. So yesterday I talked about that, right? I said, what do you want? What do you desire for the end of 2025? So this is where part of the practice. So I want you to close your eyes and I want you to see it. Imagine doing this 5 minutes a day. Seeing, oh my gosh, all those clients that now you're coaching, the beautiful house, the relationship, you know, your healthy body, the love, having family over. Maybe you're celebrating something. And that's what I want you to see. Now, when we visualize, we're not looking at it like it's happening. You're in it. So when we're in it, that means you're seeing the guests, the table. You may see your hands, depending on how you're in there. But you're seeing it like you're in that movie, not watching yourself. Okay, it's really important. There's a different, the visualization is seeing it unfold. So it's happened. So, you know, if you want to be an author, you're seeing the audience, right? Or you can't see the audience because the lights are on you because you're on stage. So maybe you're walking on stage, you see the pole, you know, not that they have that anymore because everything's walking, but you're walking on stage because you've been asked, you've been called in. So you hear your name and you're walking on stage and the light's on you. And it's like, wow, the energy of, and then you can ask them to turn the lights down so you can see the thousands of people that you're up there and speaking to. Okay, see the difference of visualization? Whew. Okay. So you got 2 things to do. Start visualizing, okay? Do that visualization, minimum 1 time a day, like spend 5 minutes doing that. And I want you to write down 10 things that happen because you're in gratitude now. You're going to notice it. You're in abundance. You're going to see more abundance. Things are going to feel and be different for you because you're open to receiving them. You're open to seeing them. So watch out. You might get a free coffee. You might get, but you're also going to see the flowers. You're going to see things. You're going to be open to plenty. There's so much, right? We have so much abundance around us. So much. Maybe you're going to find some money on the street. Like this is the stuff that happens. And that's not a coincidence. These things are asking, the universe for what we love. So what would you love for today? What would you love to see tomorrow? What would you love to, would you love a free coffee? Put it out there. Say, if it's evening for you, say, thank you, universe, God, I'd love to have a free coffee tomorrow. Thank you. That's it. Just ask. You can write it down if you wish, or you can just ask when you wake up in the morning. Make sure you're asking from joy and love and gratitude and no expectation, right? You can expect it, but you have to be unattached. So unattached, oh, my poor girl, she didn't have her bed. Unattached to it happening or not happening. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Comment below. Let me know what you're doing. Very exciting today. Yeah. Hope you got great insight into abundance because it's all there, yours for the taking. It's a matter of you being open to receive it for all areas of our life, our business, everything. All right. Bye. See you tomorrow.